Hey guys, Ike here from IkesOutdoors.com. This video today is going to be a little bit different than what I normally do. It's not a product review, it's not a how-to video or anything like that. I just kind of want to talk to you guys a little bit about why I hunt and why I do what I do as far as this YouTube channel goes. The reason I hunt is because I love the challenge of it. I spend 9 months of the year, 8 months to 9 months of the year, absolutely obsessively thinking about deer hunting. And the 3 months of the time that I get to be in the woods, the 4 months in Missouri, to me that's like playing football. You know, you spend all that time practicing and you get out there and you get to play the game and you get to compete. So it's just like any other sport for me. I spent 9 months, I spent 8-9 months out there practicing, getting ready to go. And when I get out into the field and I actually harvest a deer, that's what all that work has been for. That's what that 8 months preparation has been for. That's what all the miles of scouting, all the time spent shooting, and all of it, all the work culminates in that one shot. That just few seconds of time that just, that's what counts. You know, that's what matters. It's just that time, and you have to be ready for it. You have to put in the time. So hunting for me, it's just like any other sport. You know, when I get in the woods, that's my game time. That's when I get to play. And it ain't about killing. You know, I actually there's been times when I've shot deer, and especially when I was younger, and I felt bad about it, and just felt kind of depresses you a little bit killing something. But over time, I've realized that I justify my killing of these animals by the protection that I give them, for one thing. The money that I spend on tags and the money I spend on that goes to the conservation department each year helps to provide them with the habitat that they need and the public land that they need. And the other thing is you know, you come onto my property and you kill one of my deer, you better be hoping to God that I don't find you. You come on my property and you poach one of my deer, and if you're feeding your family, that's one thing. If you come on my property and you kill a deer and you cut its head off, I'm gonna find you. And when I do, I'm gonna have the law with me, and I'm gonna make damn sure that you're prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. I absolutely hate it when people do that kind of stuff. So the animals that I'm out there hunting and the animals that I'm out there trying to kill are also the animals that I'm fiercely protective of. So I love whitetail deer. I love watching them. I love being in nature and being around them. And yes, in a weird way, I love killing them because, like I said, that's the goal. That's a touchdown. That's the hitting that home run. That's everything that I've worked for coming to that brief time, whether it's a doe or a buck like I've got in my hands right now. That is what I do it for. So I'm fiercely protective of those animals because I love hunting them, and I want to make sure that my son and his sons can hunt those animals in the future. So that's why I hunt, and that's why hunting means so much to me. And I'm holding this mule deer here because I want to talk about it a little bit. Another reason why hunting is so important to me and why this video is coming up now after 5 years of doing Ike's Outdoors is because of a couple things. And one, our 5-year anniversary of doing Ike's Outdoors was a couple days ago. And it also marked the day, it was just a weird coincidence. I started Ike's Outdoors on May 23rd of 2009. And my dad died on May 23rd of 1998, yeah. It's been 15 years now since my dad has passed away. So it was just a weird coincidence that I started doing Ike's Outdoors on the exact same day. And it got to me thinking about, you know, family and things like that. And I'll tell you, my dad's been gone for 15 years now. And looking back on his life and growing up with him, my best memories of him are when we were hunting and fishing and outdoors. I love my father, and he was a good man, and my best times with him were when we were out in the woods. I will cherish those memories for the rest of my life. And when I look back on his life and I look back on the memories that we made, most of them were hunting and fishing. That's when we spent our time together. That's when we were alone. That's when, you know, there wasn't no one around. We could sit, we could talk, we could do different things, you know, and we could scout, and he was teaching me something. And those memories, you know, I'll always hold dear, and I'll always cherish the memories of my father as an outdoorsman and a hunter. And it's funny because when I was growing up, you know, I started killing deer young, and I just took to hunting pretty quick, and it was because of the people I was around, my family and my friends. We were all hunters, and we all really got into it. And the people that I'm around, you know, I soaked up hunting like a sponge, and I just wanted to know more and wanted to know more and wanted to know as much as I could possibly know about it. And I killed my first deer when I was 13 or 14 years old, and I was pretty lucky. Every year after that, there's been hardly any time since then that I haven't killed a deer. And when my dad died, I was 19, and the amount of deer that I'd killed, he was 39 and I was 19, and when my dad died, we had killed the exact same number of deer. And it became kind of a competition, and it wasn't about who had the biggest horns on the wall. It was, you know, I've killed 8 deer now. I've killed 9 deer now, you know. And we were competing, and it was kind of a friendly rivalry and just something we kind of joked back and forth about. And, you know, he really affected my life through hunting, and really changed my life through hunting and got me into this sport, and I'll always appreciate that. And it's not just my dad. There's been a lot of other guys in my life. You know, my buddy Tyson, T-Mac, his dad Curtis taught me a ton of stuff about hunting and about being outdoors, respecting the land and things like that. My cousin Paul, great hunter, just one of the guys who goes out and kills deer like this all the time. I mean, just a guy you could sit and talk to about hunting for hours, and you could learn a lot of stuff from. And what I take away, what I cherish the most about these guys is not the things they taught me about how to kill deer, but the things they taught me about respecting the land, respecting the landowner, respecting the animal. You know, they taught me to be an ethical hunter, and they taught me that poaching was wrong, and that, you know, breaking the law was wrong. And they taught me the finer arts of stalking up on deer and how to set your tree stand and things like that. And, you know, I really enjoyed all those memories of those guys, and they're memories that I'll cherish and carry with me for the rest of my life. So that's why hunting is so important to me. And it's a family thing for me, and it's always been a family thing for me. Now, to this mule deer that I'm holding here, this is kind of one of the things that got me started thinking about doing this video. I got some family that lives in South Dakota. They live just outside of Wall. My Uncle John came down a few months ago, or a few weeks ago, and when I got down to my mom's house to visit him, he had this with him. And my Uncle John, when we were kids going to South Dakota, I always pestered him, my Uncle Jake, and my Uncle Mark and Troy. I always pestered him about taking me mule deer hunting. I always wanted him to take me out and get me a mule deer. And my Uncle John brought this down. He's had this thing for about 6 years now, and he kept it for me, and it means a ton to me that my Uncle John would let me have a trophy like this. And, you know, when he gave this to me, you know how guys are. We don't like to really talk about things like this too much, but when he gave this to me, we never got to get your mule deer for you, so I want you to have one of mine. And that means a bunch to me. You know, this mule deer will always be important to me. This will be, it's not my trophy, but I'm just as proud of this trophy as I am of one of mine. And, you know, this deer back here is the biggest whitetail I've ever killed. So you can see this muley's, to me, is a monster. Now, I don't know about how as far as muleys go, but to me, he's a monster. But it ain't his size that matters to me. It's where it came from. You know, it's my Uncle John giving me something like this, and what it symbolizes and what it means. You know, I'll always appreciate that, and I will always count this among one of my greatest trophies. And it's not even one of my kills. You know, it's just, that's what hunting is to this family. That's what hunting is to me. And that's one of the reasons why I started this YouTube channel. I love archery. I just love to shoot. I love being around bows. I love tinkering with them. I just absolutely love every aspect of hunting and archery, and it's always been my life, and it's always been my passion. And when I started this YouTube channel, I told my wife I just want to share my love. I just want to share my passion with people. And I've always wanted to help archery grow. I've always wanted to help archery get, you know, if I can get 2 to 3 people interested in archery, man, that's awesome for me. If I can get 2 or 3 other people to feel the feeling that I have whenever I shoot my bow, whenever I shoot 3 deer, whenever I kill an animal with one, then that's an awesome legacy to leave behind me. And I think every man should leave his legacy and leave his mark on this world, whether it's great or small. And my contribution is going to be archery, and that's why I started this channel. My legacy and my mark on this world is going to be with that bow. You know, my mark on this world is going to look like a broadhead, and that's always the dream that I've had, and that's why I started this channel and why I do the things that I do. I don't make any money doing this. I do make a little bit of money from revenue off of YouTube channels or off of YouTube advertisements, but as far as making any money off of it, I work a 45-hour-a-week job. I'm in research and development, and I work 45 hours a week, you know, just like anyone else. Basically, all the money I make off of YouTube, off the advertisement, goes right back into this channel and right back into helping me keep this thing going. And I'm not complaining about that a bit, because it basically means I get to do what I love without spending my paycheck on it. So I don't want that to sound like I'm complaining about it or bitching or anything like that, because the money I make off of YouTube keeps me going and keeps me in brand new bows like this Carbon Overdrive and the RPM I've got over here, you know. So the perks are definitely up there, you know, for doing what I'm doing. But that's not the reason I do it. Definitely not the reason I do it. I do it because I want to share my passion, and I want to share archery with the world. And I always hoped that I could get 1 to 2 people involved in archery, and I hope through this channel maybe I've got 1 to 2 people out there, 1 or 2 of you involved, and hopefully you feel as passionate about archery as I do, and hopefully you can pass it on to the next person, to 1 or 2 people, and they'll love it just as much as you do. So that's for all you PETA people out there, you know, animal rights people. I get hate mail from PETA all the time. You know, they hate me, and I love them. I don't know why we can't just be brothers and just love each other. And I don't tell you how to live your life. I wish you'd stop telling me how to live mine. But I love this animal. This mule deer, I love this mule deer. This whitetail back here, I love that mule deer, or that whitetail. And I will absolutely do anything that I have to protect this animal, to make sure that I can hunt this animal in the future. And I do it for the meat, and I do it for the sheer joy of being in the woods and attaining that goal, scoring that touchdown, hitting that home run, putting that trophy either on the wall or in the freezer, because one that's in the freezer is just as important to me as one of these. So, and I do it with respect, and I do it with love for the animals that I'm after. So all you PETA people can just stop sending me emails, because it ain't gonna do no good. I'm gonna keep hunting until the day that I'm dead. When I hit retirement age, I'm gonna be out there with a crossbow if I can't pull a bow back here. As long as I get a wheelchair out in the woods, I'm gonna be there. So that's why I do this channel. That's why I do what I do. You know, that's why I love hunting so much. And hopefully I didn't ramble on and on too much about my love for archery. And I hope that I've left a positive. I've done something positive with my life and left a legacy of archery behind me. And that's pretty much always been my goal, and I think that I've accomplished that with this YouTube channel. And I really appreciate all you guys and girls out there watching this channel, leaving comments, sending me emails. I really appreciate all the support I get from every one of you guys. And it means the world to me to have 15,000 subscribers, which we just hit yesterday. So it's been a big weekend for me. I also killed a big hog just the other day. So this weekend marked the 15th anniversary of my dad's death, which was a little bit sad, and the 5th year anniversary of doing Ike's Outdoors, which was really good. I killed about a 200-pound silver tip Russian boar the other day with my bow, so that's really good. And we hit 15,000 subscribers on YouTube, so that's another thing that's really good. So, you know, on a weekend that I'm normally moping around drinking beer and just feeling bad for myself, I really made it into a good weekend, and you guys had a lot to do with that. So I really appreciate everything that you guys do for me. I really appreciate you watching these videos, subscribing, supporting us, you know, comments on Facebook, emails, all that stuff. I really appreciate our fans, and I really appreciate all the support you've given to me in the past, and hopefully we'll continue on for another 5 years. So for more product reviews, how-to videos, you can check out our website, ikesoutdoors.com, and I appreciate everything you've done, and I guarantee all the other videos are probably a lot more entertaining than this one.